Hey YouTube, today we're talking about a new way to get all those parts for your MOCs. Hey everyone and welcome to Brick Talk TV. Today's video is talking about a new website that I've started to use called Mocboxing. Before I get into the details of the site, I want to say that this is a sponsored video, and although I've not been paid to say the things that I'll say in this video, nor have Mocboxing had any editorial rights over this video, but they did send me a set of my choice for free from their website so I could experience their service firsthand. So my video today is about that experience and how this site might help or transform your MOC building experience. And as well as that, you can get 10% off your first order by using the code found in the description below, so do check that out too. If you're a fan like me of building other people's MOCs, once you purchase the instructions, which in my case is most often from rebrickable.com, you usually have the struggle of purchasing the required LEGO parts in order to build the MOC. Yes, the sellers of MOCs do provide part lists and have them in XML format, which does make it easier for you to gather those parts from different LEGO brick providers. If you're not familiar with how to get the XML, then do check out a previous video I've done on this channel in the top right hand corner, which gives you a step-by-step walkthrough of how to generate the XML if you're a MOC builder, and also to use it if you like to build other people's MOCs. Back to sourcing the parts. Sometimes it's hard to find the parts, and also sometimes it's hard to really know how much it's going to cost in total, with all the different pieces maybe coming from different providers with different shipping costs, handling fees, picking fees, etc. Especially if, like me, sometimes you have to get your parts shipped from abroad. One advantage of Mocboxing is that they take all this hassle away for you, and they charge you a fixed price for the set, including all the parts and instructions. They will send you a digital copy of the instructions, or even print them for an additional fee if you wish, and they source genuine LEGO parts, brand new in most cases unless there's a rare part used within the set. If you're a MOC builder, they also allow you to sell the instructions directly on their platform, offering you a much more attractive proposition for would-be purchasers, given they won't have the hassle of sourcing through the marketplace their own parts. So let's take a closer look at the website itself. So here's the mocboxing.com website, which you can access via the browser. As you can see here, we have a large banner that takes up most of the space, which is advertising various different sales that they've got on and other events that they'll be taking part in as well. And then as you scroll down, you can see the most popular themes that are going on the website from people purchasing. And you can see a little bit of behind the scenes and what they get up to in terms of how they package things. And also you can see that you can do a custom box for any sets as well that you purchase. So if you're buying a present for someone, they also go above and beyond, of course for a fee, but you can get a printed box as well. And you can see a little spotlight here on their latest YouTube partners, where people are doing various reviews, like me on this one. You can also see here at the bottom all the best sets that are currently selling. And you can also see, if you're new to this area, what a MOC is, and some of the highlights and some picks that they've pulled out as well as the MOC of the week, which you can go straight through to as well. So that's the front page. Let's take a sort of deeper dive into the navigation that goes across the top. First up, we've got the shop area here. You can see it's all arranged by different LEGO MOCs, the themes, LEGO MOCs by size as well, and designer. You've got the community tab here, so you can join the ambassador program or check out their social media channels. Tools here, so this is where you can submit your own MOC or submit a MOC that you see on another website that you'd also want to be broken down as well. And you can see that you can have custom order forms here as well, or any queries really around Rebrickable. Then you've got some help, so if you've ordered from them and you get stuck, or if you're a buyer and you need some help, you can go there. And then there's a wish list, which you can also check out if you want to add some MOCs. So let's take a closer look at the shop. So we'll go to all MOCs first. You can see how it's all arranged here with pictures of the MOCs, and you can see the guide price, which is for used bricks I think, and it obviously then goes up in price if you want brand new bricks. You can also see there's a filter across the top here based on price, search, collection, tags, etc. As we scroll down, you can see you're sort of presented with a lot of trucks here, but we really want to get into some LEGO City type MOCs. So let's just go into one of these filters here and go to City MOCs, and we can see some of the buildings that we might want to purchase as part of this. So you can see as we scroll down, this one here is the one I'm looking for, a modular urban one, and you can see you get a nice picture here which is taken from the Rebrickable site I think. You've also got the price here with the shipping costs, number of pieces, when it was added to the website, the actual designer of the MOC, and you can see you've got different price points here based on new parts, additional instructions or used parts. You can see that price changing there to 225 for used parts, or 249 if it's a brand new parts, which isn't too much of a price difference. You then got details of the MOC, which you go through to a main page here. and you can again see the same picture, but as we scroll down we get a little bit more detail around the MOC and what you can expect here in terms of details around, do they use real Lego bricks, which they do, as I mentioned before, unless the particular set doesn't ask for it. You've got the difference between the new and used parts and what that means in terms of this website. Disclaimer around the electronics and if there's any electronical additions to this set, what you actually get in the order, which I've already shown you as well. How long does the shipping take? How long will it take me to get these parts in? And then around whether they accept their returns policy as well. You can also see the aims here and more details around the MOC that you're looking at itself, as well as any videos that maybe the designers included and any links that they've put in there as well. So you can actually still access the designer's details. And then there's a suggestion at the bottom here of any additional MOCs that you might like to purchase based on this particular one here. This is the one we're going to actually purchase later in the video as well, so we'll come back to that. Moving on to the community tab, you can see that there's different areas here that you can dive into if you want to become an ambassador. Check their social media channels out like Instagram and Discord. If you're a YouTuber, you can also go in here and partner up with them like I am here and explain what they get up to. And then you've got tools here, which is quite good, which you might want to dive into. So you can submit a MOC here, which we'll dive into. Here you can see that you can submit your own MOC if you're a MOC builder, or if you've actually seen a MOC on Rebrickable or another site that's not available on this site, you can also submit that as well via this form, just so that they can take a look as well and reach and maybe add it into their collection. But you can also see at the bottom details around, will the MOC get accepted, what's the criteria around it, how much would you get paid if you were a MOC designer and you submitted a MOC, when would you get paid, details on how you get the Rebrickable link that's required in order to submit the form, how do you know if the parts that you've actually used in your MOC are valid and are actually available by LEGO. So of course, as we've mentioned before, in Bricklink Studio you can sometimes have parts that aren't available in a certain colour, depending on if you've toggled on that colour matching palette filter. What happens if you update a MOC? What do you need to do then as a MOC builder? And then how do you remove the MOC from the site if you no longer want to sell it? I have been through this process and I've submitted 2 or 3 of my MOCs as well, and they've been quite easy to do. I've just sent the form off and they've done the hard work in terms of dragging all the photos and the details I put on Rebrickable through to their website and then working out the best suppliers for my bricks. And since starting this video, I've also had a purchase from this website as well. So somebody has bought one of my MOCs and I've had the payment through with no problem as well, almost instantaneous from them purchasing as well. So here you can also see that you can get the parts using an XML list. So if you do already have an XML parts list, you can submit it here and they can do the grunt work of sourcing all those parts for you as well, which is a one-stop shop if you're a MOC builder and want to get some parts. Here you can also reach out for other additional services that are offered, as I mentioned earlier, like printing of instructions, customizing of box, all those kind of things as well. And you can also get some parts here for Rebrickable MOCs as well. So they've got some great tools here that you can take advantage of. So do jump into them and take a look around if you're interested as a MOC builder, either as an instruction creator or somebody that builds MOCs, because I think there's some tools here that will take out some of the grunt work that you experience as a MOC builder. So then going back to the shop, let's get back and take a look at some of the premium collectors of MOCs. So these are the ones which are probably slightly larger or have a really good rating. And you can take a look at some of the photos that they've got of some of the MOCs that are available around here. You can see actually one of mine is available there. I've got my Bricktown Courthouse there. And then there's a few others as we go down as well. And if you want to check them all out, you can go through to that same page that we saw earlier. If you want to see some of the more well-established MOC builders or the MOC sets that are either quite popular on Rebrickable or are considered quite good builds by the providers of this website. So this is the website all in all. You can see there's a lot to explore and to dive into. So I would encourage you to visit mocboxing.com, which you can find a link for in the description below if you're interested about this provider. But I definitely think whether you're a MOC builder or a MOC instruction builder or model builder if you like, either way, I think there's some great tools in here that are really going to take away all of that heartache or that effort that's involved around sourcing parts for decent prices in decent locations, and they'll bag them up for you and ship them out, and then you'll be able to sort them out properly when they arrive. It'll probably reduce the time it takes you to source the parts, and at least it gives you a one-figure price, which may be cheaper than what is quoted on Rebrickable if you're getting it from a reduced number of sources or from their local areas when they get it shipped directly to them before they ship it on to you. So with that, let's go back to the actual box I received and take a look inside at what you can expect to receive when you've ordered a MOC yourself. So let's take a look inside this box. You can see it's nicely packaged with some stamps around the side to say it's from Mocboxing. And this is stamped on all of the sides here of the box. And then as you go inside the box here, you can see that we have a nice thank you for ordering with us note here inside the box, and you can see underneath all of this note that we have a nicely packaged set of Lego bricks. If we remove all the stuffing here inside, you can see that we've got lots of little bags with all of the parts, including the base plate, nestled there at the bottom of the box. You can see that there are numbers on the bags as well as the details of the name of this set, as I mentioned earlier, and we've currently got in here 8 bags of different Lego pieces. It'll be interesting to see when we get to the build whether these are in order or whether these are just random numbered bags from when they've ordered their parts from their providers. The base plate is the last piece in here, and you can see this looks in perfect working order, no damages to anything inside the box there at all. So let's just get all of this out on the table now, and we'll take a closer look at all the things that we've got in total in the box. So there's the base plate, here's a load of all of the bags as well. So with all of these 8 bags of bricks and pieces as well as the base plate, what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into a quick time build of the actual MOC so you can see the build experience. So if you do want to flick forward, then do check the timeline out in the description below or along this video if you want to skip through all the build and see what the result is at the end. So here's the finished model. You can see all of the stalls that I've built here, as well as the containers for the little cafe that's sat here on my 32 by 32 base plate. It looks very colourful, as you can see, and also it has some really good levels of detail within the build. There were a couple of parts that were actually missing, which Mocboxing would send out replacements for. It was mainly the sign of one of the fruit juice stall, which seemed to be missing, and I had a couple of ingots which were missing from the wheel cart here. But Mocboxing would easily replace those for you if you have any issues as well. I did also have quite a few leftover pieces as well, and they do ship out the spare pieces which you'd normally expect to get in the LEGO set. But I did seem to have an exceptionally large number of spare blue and brown pieces, which maybe I missed something in instructions, or maybe they're just extras. Either way, I've got some extra LEGO bricks for free, so I'm not complaining too much on that score there. And overall, I'm really pleased with the build. So let's take a quick look then at recap of what you can expect from Mocboxing.com as a service. I'm now a registered Moc seller, so over time I can report back on how that service is running. But overall, with my experience as a buyer so far, I'm very pleased. It was a smooth service and took so much hassle out of my usual Moc experience. The team behind the site continues to add more features and Mocs over time, and you can reach out to them directly via the form which I showed you earlier if you want them to add specific Mocs to their platform that are currently missing. If you want to get a discount on any purchase, as part of the sponsorship of this video, I've also been offered that 10% discount which I mentioned earlier on Moc purchases, and you can check that discount out in the description below if you want to take advantage of it. If you have any experience of using this site and its service, do add them to the comments below. I for one will continue to use this site to enhance my Moc buying experience, and remember you can get that discount code as well. If you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button as always, and if you want to be notified about future videos on this channel, do hit that subscribe button with the bell notification turned on. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then.